Hello, welcome back for another video on ARK Survival Ascended. Are you looking for some high quality creature saddles like the Yeeling, Rock Drake, Karkanos or the Basilisk? Or maybe you're after a pump action shotgun or some new washing up gloves? Well, you've come to the right place. In this video I'll be showcasing the top 3 best ways to farm blueprints on the Aberration map. In no particular order, the video will be split into 2 parts. The first half of the video will include a full mini guide to each method, and the second half of the video will have me opening up 100 of each loot crate from each of the methods in the first half of the video to see what loot they can actually drop. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Kicking off the list, we have the Elemental Vault Artifact Cave. A very dangerous cave, however, can be run quickly and relatively safely with the right gear and tame. The cave entrance is located in the furthest southwestern part of the map in the red zone, which of course means it is fully irradiated. The coordinates are roughly around 81 latitude, 47.4 longitude. Dangers include risk of falling into irradiated water, getting lost, and a very high density of hostile creatures. Expect to face Megalosaurus, Carnos, Seekers, Arthropleura, Scorpions, and Nameless. The Rock Drake is the only creature you should be using for this cave when farming it for blueprints. It can cloak itself to go unnoticed, and its versatile traversal capabilities along with being a capable battle mount is unmatched. It will also be a good idea to bring a light pet just in case. You will need a hazard suit, and depending on how long you plan on being here, you may need a spare set too. While you will be mounted on your Rock Drake, I would still recommend bringing your typical gear that you take out when you went out exploring. A climbing pick, which I do believe is still bugged by the way, so use that as a last resort. Parachutes, glider suit, and a decent firearm like a shotgun with a stack of ammo. This is of course just precaution in case you ever have to dismount your Rock Drake and do get ambushed. Naturally, you will be diving and dashing around with your Rock Drake in the cave, but I always say it's better to be safe than sorry. Anything can happen in ARK. You will find red and yellow loot crates here, and they will drop exceptional loot for the most part. Unlike other caves in the game, the cave crates on Aberration do have a timer once they spawn in, so you will most likely have to hang around the cave for a while before picking up a few crates, which kind of sucks. So here's a few locations where I have found crate spawns for so far. There may be more, but I have been searching for days. This crate spawn is found as soon as you enter the cave above the irradiated lake on the right ledge. Hugging the left of the cave above the irradiated lake, on the low ground you will find this crate spawn. Dashing into the large middle room, up high on this ledge we have this crate spawn. Opposite side of the cavern, up high, we have this crate spawn right at the top of this waterfall. Nearest crate spawn to that will be directly behind the waterfall in this area. And then moving back to the waterfall, right at the base you will find this crate spawn on this ledge down here. Scaling up the wall above the previous crate spawn, moving toward the south will bring you up to this large flat cliff where you will find this crate spawn. And please do let me know in the comments if you have found any more loot crate locations. These 7 are the only spawns I have found so far. The second method on the list is the surface drops, which in my opinion is by far the easiest and quickest method to farm blueprints. The surface is a place you need to explore at night. Going up here in the daytime will roast you and your tame into a crisp in a matter of seconds. You can check the percentage of day and night of the current day by accessing your inventory. The higher the percentage of night, the longer you have to explore the surface. The Rock Drake is once again the tame of choice due to its speed and traversal qualities. And once again I would highly recommend bringing a light pet, as the main dangers of the surface are Reaper Kings, Alphas, and Nameless, with Seekers just to be a nuisance. There are 5 surface entrances, and here are the locations and coordinates for these. I will be focusing on one entrance, which I do believe is the best for farming blueprints, as it is the smallest surface region. You'll be needed to come to these coordinates roughly around 19.5 latitude, 27.2 longitude, in the fertile region of course. My favourite surface entrance for many reasons. Once you find this large first room, you can head straight through to the surface. There are a bunch of hallucinated spores in the large room, so I usually bring a hazard suit for convenience, but you definitely don't need one to go up here at night when entering the entrances located within the green zone. Of course, if you're entering via the red zone, you will definitely need a hazard suit. So straight off the bat, we got a red drop, and boom, Ascendant Rock Drake saddle in that. The best thing about the surface region here is that you can basically sit on the bridge in the middle and just wait for the drops to come down, as you can spot them a mile off. Also, the bridge is a pretty safe place as Reapers and Nameless can't really spawn from under it. So the Elemental Vault tends to drop higher quality loot and blueprints, whereas the surface drops will also drop high quality loot and blueprints, but also a wide variety of other items and pre-made structures, just like standard supply beacons in the game. However, these surface drops are so much better. Moving on to the third and final method, you will need to own the Bob's Tall Tales DLC pack, which adds treasure chests to the game. To begin digging for treasure, you will first need to craft your trusty shovel, which can be unlocked at survivor level 20 and crafted in a smithy. Treasure maps are the next ingredient. They work the same way as any other loot crate in the game, but your character will have to be a certain level to open each tier of treasure chest. Primitive maps can be unlocked at survivor level 1, Ramshackle survivor level 15, Apprentice level 25, Journeyman level 35, Mastercraft level 45, and Ascendant at level 60. So for example, if you do find an Ascendant map and you're not level 60, you can still dig up the chest but won't be able to open it. The chests do also have a health bar just like any other supply drop in the game and will vanish after a short duration of time, so do bear this in mind before digging up your treasure. To find treasure maps, you'll be needing to kill carnivores. Killing carnivores that drop tributes is typically the best option. However, I have tested with the rock drake, stolen a lot of eggs and probably killed hundreds of them to not find any treasure maps, so I'm not sure the rock drake even drops them. However, I have had a lot of success when killing the Megalosaurus. The elemental vault cave from the first method in the video is a great option, as there's a lot of Megalosaurus, Carnos, Scorpions, etc. in this cave, which can all potentially drop treasure maps. I have found 2 Ascended treasure maps from killing the Megalosaurus in there, and there is a lot that spawn in this cave. Once you have your treasure map, you are good to go. Each treasure map will expire after 48 hours, giving you plenty of time to hunt for it. When inside your inventory or on your hotbar, click the use button. A red tracker will now be visible on screen and a waypoint on your map. Once you equip the shovel, it will turn blue. When in close proximity of the chest, the waypoint will turn green, and a dig for treasure prompt will be visible at the top of your screen, which means you can dig anywhere in that area to unearth your well-earned treasure. The chests do drop a wide variety of loot from the base game. I'm unsure if they will drop anything from Aberration, however, but they are still a viable method of finding some good loot and blueprints. I usually let the maps come to me rather than go hunting for them, as they are very rare to find. Alrighty, we've reached the second part of the video, where I'm going to open up 100 of each and every loot crate from methods 1 and 2 in the video, starting with the yellow cave crate from the elemental vault artifact cave. So with any loot crate in ARK, if you can find an item in it, they can also find a blueprint in it. With these drops, I only kept the blueprints and dropped most of the items, which saves viewing the same items twice. I did double check to make sure I found blueprints for all the items before dropping them, so it did make more work for me when prepping, but it will make it much easier to go through and easier to watch for you guys. There's no point in me dragging out the video longer than it needs to be, so let's dive straight into it. Yellow cave crate, let's get in there. Alrighty, Anki saddles, Aranio saddles, Arthur Plura, assault rifle, baryonyx, loads of basilisk saddles, Beelzebufo, Carno, Charged Lantern, Chitin for days, we ain't interested in any of that. Climbing picks for days, compound bows, crossbows, Direbear, Dodicarus, electric prod, fabricated snipers for days. Good place to get your flak armor here. Fur armor, no one cares about that. Ghillie armor blueprints, Gigantoraptor for days, goo gun, lovely. Harpoon launcher, Iguanodon, loads of Carcanos saddles, long neck rifles, Megalania, Megalosaurus, metal hatchet, metal picks, metal shield, metal sickle, Parasol platform and normal saddles, loads of pump action shotties, loads of Ravager saddles, that's what we like to see, Riot armor for days, Riot shields for days, roll rats, Sarco saddles, scuba gear, basic shotgun, simple pistol, loads of Spino saddles, and a decent amount of Yeeling saddle blueprints. Lovely. So believe it or not, the red crate pretty much drops the same items as the yellow loot crate, but with a better chance of finding high quality items of course, and with a few additional entries, so let's go over these real quick. The Fazolisuka saddle makes an appearance, the Gene Scanner has a gear also making an appearance, so this will be the spot to get your washing up gloves, and also a ton more long neck rifle blueprints, and as expected this will be the crate you'll be wanting to hunt down for the best Rock Drake saddle blueprints. And moving on to the surface beacons, we have the blue beacon. Let's get in there. So we got Anki saddles, Arthur Plura, Baryonyx, Beelzebufo, Carno saddles, Direbears for days, Iguanodon, Dodicarus, Megalania, Megalosaurus, Parasol platform saddles, and Parasol regular saddle. Some of those basic blueprints for your ammunition. We got the Yeeling blueprint. Loads of chitin armor, loads of fur, Diplodocus saddle, couple of crossbows, not very good quality by the looks of it, loads of primitive ghillie armor, green gems, harpoon launcher, leech blood, a terrible bunch of long neck rifles, metal and metal ingots, metal tools, obsidian, Ravager saddles and roll rat saddle, lovely, loads of sap, Sarco, simple pistols, ammunition for days, stone structures for days, and that's about it really. Consumables, just scroll through that real quickly so you get a look at that. Nice selection of consumables there, and some soups and all that good stuff. Moving on to the blue ringer. I've already gone through all these drops here, so I know what to expect. I know what's new, so let's skim through this. It's all pretty much the same, just in higher quantity and better quality, I guess. But we did have a Gigantoraptor here. So that was the first time we saw that. That was not in the basic one. We have the Carcanos as well. What else we got? And Yeeling saddles as well, which we did see one blueprint in the basic one. Honestly, these ring drops, they're all going to be the same loot table. You just might get the odd new item that you wouldn't find very often in the basic loot crate without the ring. Alright, let's get in there. You can see the quality is already slightly better, and we have got the Basilisk saddle here, so that's new. These were not in the blue crate. What else we got? We got Beelzebufo, Carno saddle, Dire Bear, fabricated pistols, those are new. More Gigantoraptor saddles, loads of Carcanos, Megalania, Megalosaurus, Parasite platform saddles, Rollrat saddles, Spino saddles, Yeeling saddles, air conditioners, bunk beds, blue gems, loads of flak armor, nothing's really that great. Elevator platform, metal shields, obsidian for days, a bit of sap, not as much, but a bit. Scuba tank, silica pearls, that's new. And a load of stone structures and a vault, that is definitely new as well. Let's have a quick look at the consumables. There you go, not much to see there. Moving on to the purple ringer, I could safely say it's all the same stuff, but there was rock drake saddles in this one. We didn't see rock drake saddles in the basic purple drop. And there was also a Fazasuka saddle too. Only one, so they're obviously quite rare to find in the purple ringers. And it seems the Yeeling saddle is far more common in this purple ring drop as opposed to the purple basic drop. Alrighty, the yellow surface beacon. Let's get in there. As you notice, you'll probably see most of the same items because there is a lack of creatures on Aberration, so that's normally the case with these drops. But as you can see, we got Baryonyx, Basilisk, Beelzebufo, Carno, Phasalosuchus, Gigantoraptor, Carcanos, Megalania, Megalosaurus. You can definitely see that you're getting more of these Aberration exclusive creatures in the higher tier drops. Spino saddle and Yeeling saddle, blueprints, charged lanterns for days, black pearls, first time we've seen some of them, some climbing picks, compound bows, electronics for days, that's definitely new. Fabricated pistol, fabricated sniper, I'm pretty sure those are new too. More flak armor, goo guns, glider suit, definitely new on that one. So if you want a free glider suit, come on up to your yellow drop at the service. What else we got? We got library storage, elevated medium platform, metal arrows, metal structures, minigun turret, Parasite platform and regular saddle. We got polymer for days, pump action shotty, riot armor for days, riot shields, and we got rock drake saddles in here. Rollrat saddles, rockets, small elevator platform, silica pearls, Spino saddles for days, vault, and more Yeeling saddles. And some woolly rhino horns there. Consumables, there is a little bit of a better quality. We got some sweet veggie cakes in the yellow drop, my white tonics, and some charged batteries, which is not a consumable, but they've gone into the fridge, of course, because they power the fridge. Alrighty, so yellow beacon with a ring. Once again, it is all the same stuff, just higher quantities and higher qualities. However, there were a lot of new structures I didn't see in the basic yellow drop. We got a chemistry bench here. We got the industrial cooker. We've also got the industrial preserving bin from the DLC pack. We got rocket turret and tinkering desk. Those are the new items I saw in the yellow ring drop, as opposed to the basic yellow drop. Well, here we have it, the grand finale, the red surface beacon. Let's get in there. As expected, the quality is looking much better. Baryonyx, Basilisk, Phasalosuchus, Gigantoraptor, Carcanos, Megalania, Megalosaurus, Metal Arrow BPs, Parasite platform saddles, rock drake saddles for days, RPG blueprints, Rollrat saddles, Spino saddles, amber for days, assault rifles for days, auto turret, black pearls, charged lanterns, chemistry benches, clock face, ooh, lovely, compound bows, electronics for days, fabricated snipers, fabricator, gene scanners, glider suit skins, goo gun, hazard for days, industrial grill, industrial grinder, industrial cooker, all the industrial stuff, metal arrows, metal structures, minigun turrets, metal tree platforms, polymer, pump action shotties, much better quality on this one, red gems for days, riot armor for days, rockets, rocket turret, stopwatches, and woolly rhino horns. Let's move on to the consumables. Once again, not much to see there either. Now it's time for the red ring drops, and I must admit, it's nothing special. It's pretty much all the same stuff. The only thing I noticed different in these crates were the industrial forge. So that's the only thing we had different, but honestly, you could probably get that in the standard red crate. They're probably just extremely rare to find. If you are wondering why I'm getting so much ramshackle and primitive armor and weapons, it's probably because I'm playing on 0.5x loot quality. So the quality of these armor sets would definitely be better on official rates. And that is going to be the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if it was helpful in any way, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more ARK content. There's plenty more, and there's plenty more to come, as always. Also, another quick thing to mention, I've had my private Discord server for almost a year now, and I'm finally opening up to the community. So if you do want to keep track of my adventures, feel free to join the Discord. Link will be in the description of the video and in the pinned comment, where you can become a member of Bay's Army today. I'll also be doing some premium mod code giveaways in the next 4 to 5 weeks, which will be available to the new people that join, where I will enter their names into a raffle and pick a name at random. So be sure not to miss out on that, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care, goodbye.